Blocks a double submission.
All right, the greats of the World Wrestling Federation, Madison Square Garden, here at the Big Apple, Monday night, November the 26th, return bout, Greg the Hammer Valentine, to be challenged by Tito Santana. Get this, Tonga Kid to meet Roddy Piper in the Tonga Kid's corner and back at Madison Square Garden, none other than Jimmy Superfly Snuka. I must compliment promoters on making the best of a less than great situation. David San Martino to meet the man to my left, Ken Patera. In the corner of Ken Patera, Captain Lou Albano. However, in David San Martino's corner, and I can imagine what it's going to be like in Madison Square Garden, Bruno San Martino.
Bruno David San Martino or David Bruno San Martino. Well, first of all, Mean Gene,
yes.
I am a licensed manager in the state of New York by the New York State Athletic Commissioner, John F. Ranker, residing. But why was Bruno San Martino granted permission to be in the corner of his son? I have a license. I should be there. He should not be there. But let me tell you this. Whether Bruno is there or he's not there, and I know he'll be there, makes no difference. Because this is the master. This is the man that will humiliate and defeat David San Martino.
Yeah, we've given this young man several opportunities to back out. Have I not, David?
Oh, come
Have
on.
I not given you several opportunities to back out of this?
Away.
That's right. I'm giving you this one last time. But it's quite obvious you're not going to say it. It hasn't sunk in. Your mind is not like a sponge. You're getting to be like your father, an old dog that you can't teach any new tricks to. Well, I'm not going to intend to teach you any tricks, David, because I'm going to beat you up so bad and put so many lumps and bumps on your head that you're going to be on your hands and knees. And then I'm going to spit on you. I'm going to pick you up and slap you. And then you're going to be begging for mercy.
And Bruno, on a 26.
Bruno.
All right, good morning. Stay tuned. More exciting World Wrestling Federation action coming up in just a moment or two. I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. I might have overdone it myself a little bit. It was a tremendous day, festive occasion here in this great city and this great country. Madison Square Garden festivities Monday night, November the 26th, and what a card that includes a return bout. You recall the last time out in Madison Square Garden, that shootout between Greg the Hammer Valentine and my guest, Tito Santana. Now, another opportunity, a shot to regain the Intercontinental title. Tito?
One more shot at Greg Valentine. You know, Gene, what Greg the Hammer Valentine has taught me about this business, that it's a dog-eat-dog business, Greg Valentine.
Is it ever?
It's exactly what I've learned, man. You know, you and Lou Albano claim that you do what you have to do in this business, Greg Valentine. And you did what you had to do, but you didn't finish the job, Greg Valentine. And you find out that I'm doing what I have to do, Greg Valentine, and I am going to finish the job. And I've got one more shot at you, Greg Valentine, and I'm going to take advantage of it. You know, you've become a wealthy man hurting people, laughing and bragging of what you've done in the past.
You know, Tito, if I could just interrupt, I happen to be riding in this past week from Tampa, Florida, with George Steinbrenner, of course, with the New York Yankee organization. He heard about the last shootout between Valentine and yourself. He has guaranteed me that he is going to be watching this one very
There's
closely.
There's going to be a lot of people watching, and I'm going to look forward to being there in the garden and seeing a lot of the same people that were there the last time that saw me go wild and crazy. Te garantizo, cobarde. La última vez no terminé el trabajo que empecé a hacer. Empezaste la guerra y este mexicano la terminará. Vas a sufrir, cobarde, en las manos de Tito Santana.
Thank you.
Arriba!
Fans, stay tuned. We're right back after this. All right, fans, stay tuned. We're going to get you back to more exciting World Wrestling Federation action. Get ready here in Boston at the Boston Garden. Saturday night, December the 8th, the World Wrestling Federation at its very best indeed. David San Martino will be facing Ken Patera. In the corner of David San Martino, returning to Boston here at the Garden, the living legend, former World Wrestling Federation heavyweight champion, Bruno San Martino. In the corner of his son, David. In the corner of Ken Patera, none other than Captain Lou Albano. Captain Lou, of course, Bruno has made it public knowledge. He is there only to keep an eye on you so that Patera and David can have...
I just had a big night. Look at that. I see a couple of guys watching the captain now. They're looking at my big belly because I had a Thanksgiving celebration, brother. I had 17 pounds of turkey, 14 beers. I had a bottle of county wine. I had some stuffing. I stuffed the turkey. You know what I'm talking about? Had it all together. But now I'm talking about the big match. Bruno Sammartino in the corner of the young punk, David Sammartino Jr., and the main man right here, look at him. Look at the eyes. Look at the facial expression. Look at the cheekbones. Look at the biceps, triceps, latissimus dorsi, pectoris major. Tell him about it, brother Ken.
Ken Patera.
We've already celebrated our victory, as you can well tell by now. You have something in your ear?
I'm starting to get a headache.
Well, I'm going to tell you, you might have something in your ear, and David Sammartino, you're going to have this fist stuck down your throat, too, baby. Just for having the audacity to put your name on the contract. You know, I don't respect people like you.
I don't either.
Because I'm the one that went to the Pan American Games. I'm the one that went to the Olympic Games. I'm the one that put everything on the map, baby. I'm the number one man. I stand by myself. I'm an island unto my own.
Timeout.
And you...
All right, fans, stay tuned. We're going to get you back up into the ring in just a moment or two for more exciting World Wrestling Federation action. Boston Garden, Saturday night, December the 8th. A fantastic card put together by promoters, including a tag team title defense for the ladies. Tag team champions, Velvet McIntyre and Desiree Peterson. Speaking of tag team action, Roddy Piper will be teaming up with Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff. Their opponents, my guests at this time, from the South Pacific, the Tonga Kid, and the return to Boston, to my left of Jimmy Superfly Snuka. Tonga, we obviously know why the two of you want a shot at Mr. Wonderful, and especially Roddy Piper here in Boston.
You know something, me, Gene? Every time you mention that name, Roddy Piper, it makes me sick, brother. That name makes me sick, and I don't want to hear it again as long as you're standing here. But I hope you can hear me, Mr. Piper. I hope you're there, brother. You can bring that Mr. Paula or whatever you call his name.
Orndorff.
What's his name?
Mr. Wonderful, Paul Orndorff, sure.
I hope you guys are there, brother.
Jimmy Superfly Snuka, the news that you're going to be back here in the Boston Garden has really got this city talking, really.
Brother, there's only one thing I'd just like to tell the people in Boston, that yes, I'm feeling fine, I'm feeling great, and 100%. And it's a pleasure to even just to team up with a family of mine, which we call the SPCs, South Pacific Connection, with the loveliness from our islands. Piper, I know you got another man next to you, but remember one thing, brother, just keep this in mind. Keep it down deep in that soul, brother, because what happened is what you did, brother, and what you did, you created a war. And you know who's gonna finish it, brother? It ain't gonna be you.
I have got a pretty good idea. Stay tuned. We're right back after this. Absolutely spectacular. Coming to the Boston Garden on Saturday night, December the 8th. I'm going to convene right now with a couple of very successful managers in the World Wrestling Federation. I've got Bobby Heenan standing by, but in the meantime, I want to bring in... Oh, look at this. Luscious Johnny Valiant.
Right.
That is a little different touch. Your man, Brutus Beefcake, is going to be on this great card, meeting Quick Draw Rick McGraw. Your thoughts on that one?
Well, certainly Rick McGraw is no stranger to Luscious Johnny Valiant, and Rick McGraw is most assuredly not to be taken lightly. I'm very much impressed with the likes of a Rick McGraw. I think he's got a lot of guts. I think he's a lot of determination. I think he's got a lot of wrestling savvy. And I think the man, at this point, is making a big, horrendous mistake. And the reason I say that, ladies and gentlemen, in the Boston area, is because the sacrificial lamb, if you will say, is going to be Rick McGraw. Unfortunately, he's kind of bitten off more than he can chew in the form of a Brutus Beefcake, my man, from parts unknown. Now, Luscious Johnny Valiant is the man that was chosen by Brutus Beefcake above all the other managers. Great men like Bobby Heenan, Lou Albano, Freddie Blassie. Who did he pick? Luscious Johnny Valiant. This is my first endeavor as a manager. Many, many years as a wrestler around the World Wide Wrestling Federation. Certainly no stranger to the folks in the Boston Garden area. And certainly no stranger is it going to be when Brutus Beefcake's hand is written way down in wrestling annals and history. And let me tell you something, Rick McGraw. I think you got a lot of guts. I think you got a lot of determination. But this is your night to go. And Brutus Beefcake, sayonara, brother. Going back to New York City.
I got to compliment you on your very colorful attire, Johnny Valiant. Bobby, the Brain Heenan, manager of Big John Studd. Why is it that people continue in the coliseums, the arenas, the auditoriums around the World Wrestling Federation, they persist in calling you Weasel?
Because guys like you keep bringing it up. I get a letter the other day
Dear Mr. Weasel, is that...
No, it didn't start like that.
I saw one that was like that.
Yeah, it was probably in your handwriting. The letter started out, Dear Mr. Heenan, I hear you've weaseled out of deals. I heard you've weaseled out of matches. I heard you've done things behind people's back. Signed, Nana Nicolosi from the Nicolosi family. Now, no. And I got a letter like that. I guess she's the grandmother, the way her handwriting was, of the whole family, and she's in charge of everybody, and she's the boss of the clan. Well, now I'm going to be getting letters from other people, I understand. Well, I don't want any letters. I want to get at ringside and watch John Studd wrestle whoever his opponent may be.
Well, it's going to be Rocky Johnson.
That's right, Rocky Johnson.
I didn't mean to interrupt again.
Oh, that's okay. I'm used to it by now. But Rocky Johnson has an opportunity to pick up $15,000, and all he has to do is pick up John Studd and slam him. That's all you got to do, Mr. Johnson. You got big arms, you got a big chest, you have no brains, you have no wrestling ability. Some people think you do, but I don't. But it's going to be my pleasure to watch Mr. Studd walk all over you, and then we're going on to bigger and better things. And I want to issue a challenge right now to Hulk Hogan.
I can't thank you enough for your candid comments. Boston Garden, December the 8th, Saturday night. We'll see you here.